Welcome. This is Bonnie Grace with our weekly blog, myself and my beautiful son, John. And this is based on the poem from Yogananda, Teach Us to Remember. And the poem goes like this: Teach us to remember, and by thy grace surrender. Show us the way of love. Show us the way of light. Show us the way of truth, and show us the way of life. So John had some things to say about each of these verses. So let's start with teach us to remember. We are here to remember what we are as divine love, non-physical, eternal souls. To invite us to always stay connected to that part inside each and every one of us that is unchanging, divine, magnificent grace. And Roger the Rooster is agreeing. That grace that is always and will always be in the likeness and image of the divine source of all that is. We can never lose, and nothing can ever destroy or separate us from this divine presence, love, purity, perfect innocence that dwells within us all, always and forever, and is forever present within our hearts. By thy grace, surrender. Surrender to what no longer serves. In order to grow spiritually, we surrender all that is not aligned with our spiritual essence, the innermost truth of our being. This is an ongoing moment-to-moment daily practice of letting go what no longer serves, letting go of outdated conditioning, programming, wounds, resentments, thinking we're right and that we know things, surrendering to a higher intelligence. We don't just surrender to anything or anyone. We surrender to a part of ourselves that has a far greater picture than our lower and limited mind. The part of ourselves that is divine love, our soul power, oversoul, creator, source, Atma. There are countless names, but regardless of the names, we surrender to a higher knowing. A more expanded view that includes knowledge of all our past, present, and future lives, knows long before we condensed into the magical playgrounds of form. We surrender to the higher purpose of our souls that chose to fulfill when we came into these temporary bodies, the lessons and growth we chose to obtain. Show us the way of love. Love is what we are, what all beings are, regardless of how little or how much love they are allowing to animate through them. Because our true nature is already divine love, we only need to remove the blocks to the awareness of love's presence. Love is our only function and purpose. Extending love is the single most important, beneficial, and powerful thing we can do in each and every instant we exist. We cannot take anything with us when we cross over into the non-physical realm and our non-physical selves, yet every stitch of love comes with us. Love is the only currency in heaven. Show us the way of light. We are lights, the lights of the universe. You are the light of the world. The light that we are has the quality of pure radiant love and is ever present within our hearts, minds, bodies, and souls. Like love, it can never be lost or destroyed. It remains ever present within us always. We can block our awareness of the light we are by engaging in low vibrational thoughts, choices, and energies. Yet even if we turn away and deny the light within, it still exists in its full radiance. We can reveal that light, open up that inner joy that is our birthright by raising our vibrations to match higher and higher divine frequencies. We do that by our free will to give up negativity and denser thoughts, actions, and emotions, which we are fully empowered to do, and replacing them with lighter, more radiant, positive, and love-filled thoughts, actions, and emotions. If we have a chronic, denser, darker, more negative energy or thinking habits as a set point, We will need to apply active vigilance moment to moment, over and over again, watching our thoughts, never judging our innocently confused and conditioned minds, and ongoingly replacing negativity and tenaciously feeding our consciousness with positive notions and uplifting inner messages. This is what I had to do when John passed, and I was in that negative set point, chronic negative set point. Over and over again, every moment of every day, replacing every lower vibrational thought with a higher alternative. I repeat, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, often when I would dip down into dreadful feelings, grief. And we continue to do it until new neural pathways are created and a new, more radiant set point becomes our chronic way. Because consciousness creates, thoughts become things, and what you focus on expands. When you transform your self-esteem and your consciousness to higher vibrational set points, your external world and relationships transform naturally. Show us the way of truth. Truth is what we are, as pure non-physical extensions of an all-loving source creator. Because we are created and sustained by this source through extension of its being in its likeness and its image, we too are in truth and reality pure all-loving beings. We are wholly innocent, infinitely creative, overflowing with unending joy, love, and perfect peace. We have free will to be ignorant of our true nature, yet that doesn't change this eternal, constant core of what we truly are. Connect with the truth of what you are, what all beings are, beyond the illusions of temporary forms and fleeting expressions. Honor the moment-to-moment truth that arises in our higher intelligence. Ask the wisdom of our heart for guidance and directions, rather than being attached to rigid rules of the world. Show us the way of life. Life is eternal, and this temporary experience is a sacred opportunity to be in the world, yet not of it. You are far more than a fleeting body and brain. You are an eternal divine being with infinite divine power, beauty, and grace. Even if your bank account is empty, your lover left you, and you feel all is lost in the physical, you remain whole, complete, divine spiritual power and force. And that force is within you always. And at any moment can create a whole new life. Anytime you can be born again. We are given a physical life to expand the soul by extending love even in the darkness, by learning to love and forgive when we were wronged, to keep our hearts open, our joy flowing, and self-respect constant. The soul presence that dwells within our bodies is what pumps our hearts and keeps us alive. When the soul presence leaves the body, every muscle and bone immediately begins to turn to dust. Our true eternal self, the non-physical soul power that remains lifetime after lifetime in heavenly and physical realms of existence for all time and eternity, will always remain. This power, this life force is within us. The source of our life is within. The source of our love is within. It cannot be destroyed or lost, and it is up to us how much of that love, light, and spiritual power we choose to allow to express through our body. Allow the sacred life force within your body to radiate forth in ways that bring joy, that express love, and that uplift and serve our hearts and the greater good. How we live our lives is our message. The love we extend forth to others and ourselves is the most valuable gift we can provide in life. Consciousness creates, thoughts become things, and we are fully empowered to choose high-frequency actions, thoughts, and emotions that take us in the direction of our dreams, desires, and passions. Teach us to remember that we are the beloved we have been seeking. Thank you for joining me for this message. for humanity. I'm so grateful. We will do just a few minute meditation as we do every Sunday. And I'll just guide you, taking a moment to feel the earth that's supporting your body, grounding. You are safe, you are supported. Beginning to breathe into that lower belly, deep abdominal breathing as you activate the relaxation response and allow the nervous system to calm. And as you continue to breathe, being present with the breath and all the life, all the awakening of spring and life that is arising around you, just being that witness, that observer. Maintaining that space of total neutrality, equanimity. Just allow the life force around you to arise and fall, come and go. And as you breathe and notice what's arising, notice that what is noticing is this constant, ever present presence that is you. Sitting in that stillness, observing all the ever-changing phenomenon that is arising. It's no judgment. And I invite you to maintain this meditation as long as you'd like, or if you'd like to come back, coming back, feeling that earth supporting your body, maybe wiggling the body a little bit, wiggling the fingers and toes, and gently and kindly opening your eyes. Thank you so much for joining us for this, our weekly blog, our weekly message and meditation. So grateful that you are here. I wish you a beautiful and blessed Easter Sunday. May new life fill you. May you open to the life the powerful soul presence and life force that's within you always. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day. Namaste.